Hey guys, welcome. So let's talk about working as a freelancer with kids at home. I think before we start with the topic, we need to set two things. One is working at home with kids study, like we did when was the pandemic, or when you have like a remote school situation, a homeschooling situation, and the other is working with kids when the kids are on vacation or a sick day, or in case of us here in Canada, like a snowy day and the kids are not studying, which that's probably most of the case. And this is my case that I want to uh, talk to you guys about this because in my experience, every time Leah is at home and I'm working because my wife works outside, and it's almost like a nightmare. And I say almost because it's amazing having her around. It's amazing to see her playing, learning by herself. But also sometimes can be like a very hard when I have a meeting and she wants to play, or I'm trying to focus on my 45, 50 minutes of focus, and she wants to play, or she wants to eat, or she wants helps with something. And if you have kids, you can understand that every time you want to do something is the time that they ask for help, or it's the time that they ask you to play with them. So like it can be frustrating for sure. And since I believe 2021, when Lee and Carol come back from Brazil after the lockdowns, etc., I've been dealing with this uh, uh, work slash parent life situation because, as I told you first, like Carol works outside. She's an architect, and she works on the construction site, on her company's office. She attends to client meetings, etc. And when we have snow day, or Leah is sick, or sometimes like last week, the the school street had an issue, a police issue overnight, and they had to close the school, and caught us like out of the blue because we got an email from the school board at 6 a.m. saying the school will be closed the whole day. And for our luck, nowadays we have something called FaceTime, which can be helpful a lot because Leah now knows how to use FaceTime. Leah knows how to use my iPad, which is now hers iPad, I believe. I think I lost my device. And she can call her grandma back in Brazil. And I create like a shortcut so she can call my mom or Carol's mom. And we have almost like a online full-time nanny, which is amazing. But even with that, sometimes Leah asks me for help. She wants to play with me, not only like watching cartoons or Netflix, or play with my mom, painting, drawing, etc. all the time. So what I do is I try to create some kind of like a schedule with her, where I say, Leah, Daddy needs to work a little bit so Daddy can play with you later. Okay, can you play by yourself, or let's see, Daddy can draw some princess, some cartoons for you to paint, and I draw like around like 15 draws for her, and she paint like with watercolor or crayons, etc. And in that time I can focus on my work, and when I'm done, I go play with her for maybe 5-10 minutes. Then I say, baby, that it needs to work again. and so on and so forth. But especially like during the meetings, when she hears me talking with someone else, she comes to my desk and, hey, daddy, who are speaking of? Like, can I say hi? And of course, everyone, it's super friendly and is amazed when she does that, because they say, hey, hi, Leah, how's it going? And etc. Blah, blah, blah. And this takes like 30 seconds to 1 minute. When she was younger, she tried to stay on my lap for more time than nowadays. Nowadays, she just say, wave, hey, say hi, and then she leaves. But I get it. Like from some parents, if you have more than one, and you are in this situation where they are not studying, it can be very challenging. I understand what you have been through, and I don't know how families with two or more kids can handle that. And now let's go over the other topic. So if you're working from home, or working as a freelancer, or I don't know, working somewhere else, and you have kids at home but they're studying, that's where you can manage better your time and schedule, because the time that they are also studying is the time that you're working. So let's say if they do like homeschooling or remote schooling, or even like other sources of study from home, like from 9 to 2 p.m., 9 a.m. from 2 p.m., with a couple breaks to have lunch, etc., just like a regular school day. You have the same time from 9 to 2, maybe 9 to 3 to work, to focus on your work. And after that, you can totally benefit from having your children around, playing with them, uh, and even like have more quality family time. And that's what we're looking for in the future, where we're gonna try to travel more, to work abroad, uh, maybe live in Europe or Asia or whatever for a couple months. Maybe start trying even here in Canada. So like we can do like a travel from East Coast where we live to Vancouver, and during the summertime, which is Leah's vacation, or even like since she's not starting grade one yet, so like for the first weeks, and see how she handles studying from home, having like a remote schooling, because remote schooling and homeschooling are different. I don't know. I don't want to stay in this topic because it's not my place to share. I don't understand well this. I know there's a difference from homeschooling to remote schooling, and we're trying some things with Leah, especially with out of school. It's outofschool.com. It's a platform where a lot of educators uh, share knowledge. You pay for like a 30 minutes, 45 minutes class. It's a very small fee. Most of them are like $15, and the kids are having almost like a in class situation, but from the computer, from a tablet, so we can travel more, right? So in this case, Leah will be studying from 9 to 2 or 9 to 3, and Kara and I can work on our stuff remotely in the same period. And maybe after 3 p.m., we can go and explore where we are at the moment. Uh, Not sure if that will work, if Leah will uh, like adapt to this, because we tried sometimes in some classes from out of school. She was super engaged with doing the whole activity, and others like not sure if the educator was not I don't know, not engaging, because a lot of other students were engaged with the class. Maybe they're already used to that, like in a longer period than Leah, or it was just because she did not like the topic, or she did not like the way the educator was handling that class. So we identified that Leah was dealing better with more craft remote classes like painting, watercolor, drawing, music, uh, than simply like math in literature, for example. This is something that we need to work with her and see how she adapt to this, because this will benefit a lot from me and Carol, because we're planning to do this, and we're planning to work more remote and more with more freedom, so we can travel, we can show Leah the world, so she can learn from experience and not like locked in a classroom. This is like working as a freelancer with kids at home. You have these two situations. I hope you guys can correlate with that and can understand the differences. And I just realized now that my AC was on all the time and that just turned off. So yeah, I think maybe that background noise ruined my video, but it is what it is, right? Yeah, you just turn on again. Okay, that's it for today, guys. Thank you and see you next one.